worry about that. Because I was watching the pregame show, actually, there's some odd reason because nothing else was on. Although Jeopardy Tournament Champions was on, and they had the woman who beat James was out. She blew them out. Yeah, she won. She didn't blow them out, did she? Yeah, she's the only one who Final Jeopardy, right? There wasn't a blow. But she didn't bet on it. She didn't bet on Final Jeopardy. Right, and she still won. She had 20. I mean, she was still winning. Who cares? I watched the pregame show, and they were talking. I mean, the Raiders have a lot of good rookies on that team, right? Rookie contributors. I mean, which is like, God, when they grabbed the guys in the draft class, all of a sudden they had 5 guys, and that doesn't even count Abrams, the quarterback who they got. If you watch Hard Knocks, I thought it was going to be really good. Right, he's out for the season. He played a great position. I think he played 1 game, and he's out for the year. Jonathan Abram, yeah. I thought I wasn't bad spots, but he's been inconsistent as well. No, but he's the number 1 overall pick, so he's going to be okay. Jacobs obviously has been a factor. Well, Jacobs came from the factory. You got the kid from Eastern Michigan who's pretty good. Max Crosby. I was going to mention Mayock. You know, everybody says, well, it's Gruden. You know, Mayock made his name for himself doing draft consult, you know, a draft guru. So I'm sure he had a lot of impact in the draft. Do you think Carson Anderson would be good GM?
So why? Here's my point with the coaching thing. Why are rookies and a quarterback who's somewhat comparable, I would say he's a worse quarterback than Matthew Stafford, they're doing just the littler things in game to win. To me, it's preparation.
Well, they're 5-4, so let's not make them out to be.
They're very similar teams, though. And I mean, if the Detroit Lions are 5-4 right now, you take it.
But it's better than what they are.
Right,
So
exactly. And I'm saying, I'm not trying to anoint that John Gruden's back and that he's he's going to win another Super Bowl or anything like that. I do think he was piled on a little bit and hated on when he returned, and everybody just thought this will never work. And it's kind of starting to look like he may get the last laugh as they move to Vegas. And I was watching a little bit of the pregame last night. They were talking up about them being positioned, moving to Vegas to really take a step here.
We'll see. I mean,
we
they
will
might.
see.
Yeah.
But it's like, it'd be nice to see the Lions take a freaking step.
Yeah.
You know, ooh, we got Patriot, guru here and the Belichick tree and all this crap. And John Gruden was kind of just left for dead, and they just thought it was comical that he's going to come back there. And I've watched them play 3 or 4 games now, and individually in a game, they are really prepared to play their opponent.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's what we're not. I mean, we'll go to Chicago this weekend, and he won't change the freaking defense, and it'll be the most damning thing ever.
Montgomery's going to rush for 150.
A coach that doesn't change what they do to prepare for an opponent is not a good coach. And to me, this is the tell-all of tell-alls this weekend.
See, I disagree with you. I mean, to say the Lions don't prepare for their opponent, I mean, the fact of the matter is they have been in every game.
They're not as well prepared, is what my point is. And that's the difference between a good coach and a flawed coach.
But if Philip Rivers throws decent passes, then the Chargers win the game.
Look, I'm not defending Matt Patricia. I'm just saying that they went to Green Bay to play the Packers, who a lot of people think are a top 5 team, and they outplayed them. They did. They outplayed the Packers. And they lost for a variety of reasons. They couldn't close the deal at the 1-yard line, and they got scored by the officials. So were they ready to play that game? I mean,
They've been ready to play. You could argue that during games, like not having somebody on Mahomes on that play might have caused. You could say that, but this team is prepared to play. In fact, they start off really well, so they're really prepared. It's just they screw up at the end.
I don't know. They got an offensive line out there that's a hell of a lot better than ours. I just look at the little tiny things and why they're building something we don't. We just sit here, spin our freaking. God, I'm so sick of this team. Seriously.
Tyler's got news coming up next. 97 won the ticket.
If you want to get,
Jeez, what a segment.
if you want to get away, relax, and just simply have a good time, get to the D Las Vegas for everything you need. The D is completely renovated, so you can enjoy all the comforts of a high-end Las Vegas hotel without missing out on all the high gaming energy and nightlife you want. Here's something brand new. Circus Sports now open at the Golden Gate Hotel and Casino right down the street from the D Las Vegas in downtown Vegas. Remember, for the best steak in Vegas, downtown, you got the Andiamo Steakhouse right there. Or hit the D Grill or the American Coney Island for something a bit more casual. The D Las Vegas, the staff can set you up with a round of golf. You can party all night at the Lawn Bar. So get a group together and get to the D Las Vegas. Book a room at thed.com. That's thed.com. Or if you're staying on the Strip, make sure you put the D Las Vegas in downtown Vegas on your agenda. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic. This report brought to you by Big B Coffee. The roads look pretty decent this early Friday morning. No big issues to deal with at this time, but there's some road work scheduled to begin at about 10 o'clock this morning for 75 southbound at 94. The two right lanes closing until 1 o'clock this afternoon. Tomorrow, 75 Fisher southbound at Rosa Parks Boulevard. Only the right lane will be open 7 o'clock in the morning until 7 p.m. on Sunday. TGIF, you know what that means. Free Shot Friday at Big B Coffee. Stop into the nearest locally owned and operated Big B Coffee location and add a free shot of espresso to any drink. Celebrate Friday the right way with Big B Coffee. I'm Michelle Pena in the WWJ 24-hour traffic center.
With 9 area locations, Sunbelt Rentals knows how to get things done in Detroit. Find one near you at sunbeltrentals.com. That's sunbeltrentals.com.
From shredding to printing, the UPS store does everything for small business. And of course, shipping. And this holiday, when the other guys are closing, we're doing another ing altogether. Opening. So while we're busy notarizing and faxing, consulting and mailboxing, packing and shipping, well, they're not really doing much of any ing. Opening this holiday, the UPS store. Every ing for small business. And of course, shipping. The UPS store franchise locations are independently owned and operated. Services, pricing, and hours may vary. See Center for details.
DTEenergy.com/SaveNow has ways to help your business save energy and money. Like motion control lighting.
I go in, they turn on. I leave, they turn off.
A programmable thermostat to automatically adjust during off hours.
Why heat an empty store, right?
Or rebates and incentives on more efficient equipment.
Hey, there's a rebate on new appliances.
Just go to DTEenergy.com/SaveNow. DTE. For business, DTE has some great tips for improving atmosphere while lowering your bill.
2 of my favorite things.
A well-maintained, high-efficiency HVAC system will keep things more comfortable and save money.
Okay.
Smarter lighting choices make a huge difference. Install more efficient lights and automatic lighting sensors.
That sounds pretty simple.
And pretty smart. Learn more at DTEenergy.com/SaveNow. DTE.
Runway 2895 to without an H, please almost for release or reduce it.
Caliana's Van Dyke Dodge announces employee pricing to everyone. Our Black Friday sales event is going on now. Why wait? Now everybody pays the same incredible low factory employee price for new Rams and Dodges. No negotiation needed. But only Caliana's Van Dyke Dodge has employee prices plus. Yes, plus. You keep all rebates. Plus, you get a huge 55-inch smart TV with every purchase. Like the all-new 2020 model Ram 1500 Bighorn 4x4. Not a leftover, but a factory fresh 2020 is back. 2 for $222 and 40 to choose from. You're right. Lease 2 2020 Ram 1500 Bighorn 4x4s from just $222. Think you see a lower price? Clip it or click it, and Caliana will beat it by $400 or more. Now every ad is a Van Dyke Dodge ad. See Caliana's Van Dyke Dodge and Warren. Because if you want employee prices and a whole lot more.
Macy's Veterans Day sale has our lowest prices of the season on furniture. With cooler temperatures here, you can stay cozy and update your home for holiday guests. The Jolene two-piece sectional created for Macy's seats a crowd for just $999. Keep your bedroom clutter-free with the Tribeca Queen Storage Bed, only $489. And get our lowest prices of the season
Pistons take on the Pacers at 7. And then the Red Wings take on the Bruins. That game is at the LCA. It's a 7:30 face-off. You can hear that game right here on 97.1 The Ticket. Heather has news. Heather, what's up?
Well, 3 Warren De La Salle football players have been suspended indefinitely for their involvement in the hazing scandal. And police say that they are planning to seek criminal charges. And at this point, we don't know a whole lot more than we knew before, but we do know that investigators interviewed 59 players. About a dozen players actually declined to be interviewed. A handful of them got attorneys, and there's been one victim identified so far.
And the victim was a member of the football team, is that?
Yes, I do believe so.
Yeah. I don't know what to say about this case other than what it's going to obviously, the wheels of justice return, and we'll see what happens. I think we all agree that we talked about it a little bit last week, Stoney, when you weren't here. I don't get the need for hazing at all, personally. But I understand that there is some good nature. Right. If you get somebody to sing the fight song or whatever, whatever.
Even if you tie somebody to goalpost for a few hours, what's the big deal?
I don't get that. I can see making somebody carry a bag. Like, hey, you're the new guy, you're the young one, carry this bag in or carry this or what. I get that, but I don't get the.
As long as there's no physical harm or torture, I mean, it's somewhat okay.
Taking somebody to a goalpost or whatnot could have physical harm and mental. What if you have to pee and you have to pee your pants? That's so embarrassing. I mean, it's just embarrassing.
We had this debate last week, Stoney, and actually Rieger and Gov brought up the exact same example, and I'm kind of with Heather. I don't see how that benefits anybody. But at the same time, if it's like, well, we did it, and the team before us did it, and the team before us did it,
I know some traditions
a kid's not going to get kicked out of school for tying someone to the goalpost. A kid should get kicked out of school and should be prosecuted for what's alleged in this particular instance. Yeah.
Founders Brewing Company will reopen its Detroit tap room early next year, and they just announced that they plan to donate 100% of their proceeds to charity. And not just any charity, they're going to do local Detroit charities and communities here, and they say that this will go through at least 2022.
I mean, they're obviously trying to rebuild their name and their stature through everything that's happened over the last months.
Right.
It's become public in the last couple of weeks.
It's a great PR move.
It really is.
But I'm not sure people. I mean, some people will see right through it. Yeah, that's great. Screw you. I'm still not buying your beer based on what you did before.
Without a doubt. But if they need to get people into their tap room, I mean, this is a good way to do it, knowing that, okay, if I'm going to be spending money here, at least I know that it's going to my community or to a charity.
Right. But, a lot of times when these people get caught for doing something, it's like, oh, well, I'm going to donate my paycheck. It's like, too little, too late. Now that you're caught, you're doing it. What were you doing a couple years ago when nobody was watching? But it's a very nice gesture.
Yes. So hosts of the podcast Ladies Like Us are apologizing and making a public apology after rapper T.I. was on with them.
Is this Valenti's podcast?
No, this was not a signature podcast.
Oh, okay.
No.
And this one is never aggravated.
Ladies Like Us. It's not him. Okay,
No.
I thought it was for some reason.
Nope,
My
nope.
bad. All right.
Well, they had rapper T.I. on with them, and he made some shocking comments about his 18-year-old daughter's virginity, and it prompted a ton of backlash. And basically, he said that he takes his daughter on yearly trips to the gynecologist.
Oh, good for him.
Yes.
Fostering good health.
Which is great. He should take her to the doctor a yearly, take her, drop her off, wait for her in the waiting room. Sure, that's fine. Or schedule the appointment and have her drive herself, which is even better.
Absolutely.
But he says he goes with his daughter to make sure that her virginity is still intact.
We have yearly trips to the gynecologist to check her hymen. We'll go and the doctor will come and talk, and then they come and say, okay, I just want you to know there are other ways besides sex that the hymen can be broken. Bike riding, horseback riding.
That's aggressive.
Other forms of athletic physical activity.
Is she an athlete?
No. I say, look, dog.
He's not.
She don't ride no horses, she don't ride no bike, she don't play no sports, man. Just check the hymen, please. Give me back my results.
Now, as you can hear, the hosts are laughing and kind of, they're going with it, and a lot of people were upset with them for not calling
calling him out or saying something, they just laughed along with him. So they apologized. They actually deleted the episode of the podcast. So we're sharing it, but it's no longer, you can't listen to it on their podcast page anymore.
That actually was a recreation. You and Stoney went into the studio and recreated the conversation. You played T.I. and you played the
Laughing Girls.
The Laughing Girls, yes.
That's aggressive. Just like that, right?
How old is she? 18?
She's 18 years old.
Well, she's an adult.
Very much so. And to be honest, I mean, it's a very disturbing story. And when I heard it, I hadn't heard the sound of it, which makes it even worse.
Is there any chance he's joking? Is there any chance he's like the overly protective father? You know, the one who says like, you can date my daughter, but I'll be holding a baseball bat in the back
He
seat.
is joking. I hope that he's joking.
Where's the mother in this?
I'm not sure.
Mrs. I?
Yeah.
Okay. I just
Mrs.
assume,
T.I. I don't know.
well, his name's T.I., so I assume she's like, you know, L.I. or M.I. or
Maybe.
something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know where
That
she
was
is.
her last name.
Private eye.
Yeah, private eye.
Yeah. Anyway, he's receiving a lot of backlash. They're receiving backlash, and the daughter is just humiliated. So I can only imagine.
That probably went really well. Public.
Well, and also not to mention the fact that, like, she didn't choose this. No, I know.
Not at all.
She's like a normal, well, I don't know about normal, but, you know, he's a celebrity, he's a megastar. Leave your daughter out of it. Like, you know, I'm not going to talk about my daughter, you know? That's ridiculous.
He wasn't watching the exam, was he?
He didn't go into those details, but I would imagine that if this is a true story and he was really talking to his daughter's doctor, he would have to be in, I mean, there is doctor-patient confidentiality that cannot be broken, and he would have to be in the room, I would imagine, or get a consent from her to know details about her health.
I'm just glad that we were able to use the word hymen so frequently, because, I mean, I don't think we use that word nearly enough on our show. In fact, I don't think we've ever used it before.
Probably not.
And now we got it in, like, what, 4, 5, 6 times during that.
The only time it's probably used is when, like, the Wings play the Maple Leafs and Zach Hyman, the former Michigan player, plays for the Leafs, scored a goal.
I've never heard of him before. Or if we're talking about The Godfather and Hyman Roth, right?
All right, so Antonio Brown went on this big Twitter rant yesterday where he said he was quitting the NFL forever. He is done, and it was
XFL, baby.
yeah, he was over all of it. But hours later, he got back on social media again, and he said, no, I'm not done with football. He said he was just very frustrated, and he is determined to return to the NFL.
Okay.
So he took back everything he said.
Gotcha.
And apologized for overreacting and using the language that he used in the
Yeah,
tweet.
it was, there was lots of language in that.
Very
in that first
salty.
tweet. Yeah, very much so. And he said he was just very emotional about everything.
He's doing a good job of showing potential NFL suitors
I know.
Isn't
that
he
he's
though?
stable, ready to contribute, and be like just one of the 53 guys on the roster.
Very much so. He's doing a phenomenal job at
Not
that.
that it's our business, but I hope that he's at least talking to some, like, mental health professional. Because the guy has some serious issues here. I mean, if he's going to get back, not only in the NFL, but having a productive life, he needs some help.
He does. Yeah.
A man in Hawaii is dead after falling 22 feet into a lava tube in his yard. Can you imagine this? This guy was apparently out there trimming some branches off some trees, walking around, and he just down a lava tube.
I wouldn't have a lava tube in my backyard.
I don't think he has control over it. He didn't
okay.
put it there.
Oh, I thought he built a lava tube just to show
No.
off.
The actual lava created the tube.
Oh, so it's not like a
It's a
tube.
natural. No, it's like a natural
You have
tube.
a lava pit in your backyard.
Is this the nature of living in Hawaii that these things
Apparently
just
so.
form?
And it sounds like there was a covering over it. The ground, I mean, it wasn't like he knew the hole was right there. That there was some sort of ground coverage that was kind of soft.
Oh, so he like stepped through part of his
Yeah,
lawn
and then fell
into the lava
through.
tube.
And he was missing for days. And finally, somebody realized, man, we haven't heard from this guy in days. So they went over to look for him, and that's when they found him down this tube. And rescuers were able to recover him, but he did later die.
There was a movie one time, and it took place in Detroit. And I'm trying to remember what it was called, but
It had a lava tube?
no. But it had a woman, and she was married, and the guy, her husband, ran off. And so she ended up dating Kevin Costner, who played like a Danny McClain type character. He was like a radio personality, and I'll never forget his because his producer was named Shep. And it was great because, I mean, whenever I watched the movie, I would just start laughing. But anyway, it turned out her husband actually didn't leave her. He fell into a pit in their backyard, and they found him like a year later. I can't remember what the movie was called. Anyway, the opposite. Anyway, it was a decent movie. Kevin Costner, Joan Allen, and a guy named Shep.
Strange.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Boys, did you know that it is cuffing season?
Oh, well, Heather, at my house.
Every day is cuffing season.
No, not that. It's a season when single people settle into these very short, temporary relationships just to get through winter, basically, and then the relationships really never even make it to the spring.
Why is it called cuffing?
I don't know, but that's what it's termed. It's termed cuffing season. And according to Match.com, there are better cities where you can go to meet somebody to cuff with, I guess I could call it.
Like cold weather cities like Minneapolis or
Well,
Detroit?
the best one is Indianapolis.
Indianapolis.
Yes, and then San Diego.
Really?
Yeah. So if you're looking just to, hook up with somebody for the winter, you should go to Indianapolis, San Diego, Denver, Chicago, Memphis, Houston.
Now this is if you're
LA.
This is if you're not married
Oh,
already.
yes. This
Okay.
is for single people
Okay, I just wanted to
who need
clarify.
somebody to get through, the holiday season with, and
Yeah.
the cold weather with, or, the cooler weather.
Yeah.
And then, you don't really want to be with them forever. You're just going to break up afterward.
I see. Gotcha.
Just to have somebody to do the holidays with, really.
Do the holidays
Yeah.
with? I like it. I love the idea. All right, thank you. By the way, the movie I was thinking of was called The Upside of Anger with
There you
Kevin
go.
Costner and Joan Allen. It's actually got a lot of good people. Anyway, and the role of Shep is played by Mike Binder. Isn't he from the
Yes,
Jersey?
yes.
Yeah, there you go.
He probably produced or directed the movie.
Oh, well, there you have it. All right, 6:30
Well,
coming
you
up
came to mind.
next. We will, we will talk to John Ewing, who has been scorching hot as of late, although he did say the Lions would beat the Raiders, and I might have to take him to task on that one. That's coming up next. 97.1 The Ticket. I'm former Detroit Red Wing Chris Osgood, and I'm here to tell you about a new fan favorite. It's the bold, stylish Chevy Blazer, an SUV that's always ready for a night out or an upcoming home game. Stay tuned for a chance to win tickets. Brought to you by 97.1 The Ticket and Chevrolet, official vehicle of the Detroit Red Wings.
Guess what?
What?
Xfinity Internet. Internet's better because it streams better. Introducing Xfinity Flex, a personalized streaming dashboard that puts all your favorites in one place, so they're not scattered across a bunch of apps.
Nice.
Plus, it has over 10,000 free shows and movies.
Even nicer.
And it's all searchable with the Xfinity voice remote, so you can search less and watch more. It's not just easy,
It's effortless.
and it gets better.
No.
Yes, because it's not expensive. It's included with Xfinity Internet for no additional cost.
Wow.
You can say that again.
we'll talk to John about this. Alabama, as always, benefits from the kind of New England Patriot factor, and that is it's Alabama. I mean, who's going to pick against Alabama? I'm guessing the money's on the side of Alabama because, you know, it's Alabama. And I always love when you have a game like this and you have game day there, which that's what game day is. You are going to get a heavy dose of Tom Rinaldi just basically going to the
Oh, they've already shown us Sports Center a lot of the stuff, even like the practices and things like that. It's just so weird that, you know, Saban comes across a lot of times as this rough, you know, no personality human being, which he is, but sometimes, you know, when he's mic'd up, maybe he just does it for that, but when he walks up and talks to the players as they're stretching and things like that, it's pretty fascinating.
Oh, he is, for sure. But it's funny because every college coach, with one exception, plays the game, you know? Like they do, like game day tomorrow, Saban will be on set, I'm guessing at some point. I wouldn't be surprised if Coach O is on set at some point, even though it's a road game. Maybe he won't, I don't know. But like, they all do that stuff with one exception. And that's Jimmy the H. He just doesn't, you don't play that game. He sits down, he does it because he has to, the conversations with the broadcasters before the game and things like that, but and I know he sells his program in his own way, but, you know, you never see him on, you know, any of that stuff. Like, he even kind of has, at times, given the cold shoulder to the Big Ten Network. And that's the network of his own conference.
Sometimes, as you know, he's not exactly charming with us.
No, he can be,
sometimes he's really good.
Yeah.
I'd rather be somewhere else.
All right, there's nowhere else I'd rather be than right here, right now, talking to John Ewing, our man from the Action Sports Network, who last week showing a little naivete, and it's okay, John, we want to educate you more on the Detroit Lions. You know, last week you said to us, listen, guys, these are two even teams. The Lions are a better team, and I should have stopped you right there and said, John, why don't you leave the Lions to us? Because we understand the pain and the suffering of the Lions. Okay, well, let's get to the game of the week, and that's LSU and Alabama. We were just discussing it before you came on. I'm looking at a 6.5-point spread here. I'm not sure what you guys have it at. And is that just because Alabama's Alabama, and so you're getting a lot of, it's like you talk about a lot, the public money on the side of the Crimson Tide?
Yeah.
John, do you watch the games or just go through numbers?
Just think of that. We'd like to talk to you about 65 years of history. We like to call it the Detroit Lions.
Yes, you know what the SOL is? Is that the type of SOL is same old Lions? That should be a factor in your power rankings.
No, we want the independent, unfettered access. Go ahead, Joe.
Okay. Can you at least agree with me that Stafford is a better quarterback than Trubisky?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
On the defense side, you look at the rest of the team, there's not a ton of difference here. Just between a few, and that's why I think in this matchup, it's coming down to the quarterbacks. You guys have the better quarterback situation. Stafford has been throwing the ball in the last 5 weeks. He's been incredibly efficient. Lions ranked 27th against the run, so that's going to be an issue for them to compare to.
Next week, John, if David doesn't work out for you, come on and say. Thanks, Johnny. Great weekend. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you next Friday. All right, thank you, John Ewing from the Action Sports Network here on 97.1 The Tickets.
And when you're hiring, you don't want time to waste. And you don't want to waste time either. You want an efficient way to get to your short list of qualified candidates. That's why you need Indeed.com, used by over 3 million businesses. Post a job in minutes, set up screener questions, and zero in on qualified candidates using an intuitive online dashboard. And when you need to hire fast, accelerate your results with sponsored jobs. New users can try for free at Indeed.com/radio. That's Indeed.com/radio. Terms, conditions, quality standards apply.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
This report brought to you by Star Lincoln. 75 southbound just before Square Lake Road. An accident is reported blocking the left lane and shoulder. And because of the ongoing construction in the area, you're going to see added slowdowns from University Drive back to Lapeer Road. Also 96 Jeffries, right around Telegraph. There's an accident that is affecting your drive as well.
Lincoln's holiday wish list event is in full force at McInerney Star Lincoln. Save on the 3 new SUVs. I love my new Nautilus, as well as Aviator and Corsair that have critics raving and Lincoln sales soaring. Experience the renowned Star treatment. Order online at starlincoln.com.
I'm Michelle Pena in the WWJ 24-hour traffic center.
97.1 The Ticket and CBS Sports Radio 1270. Your homes for the NFL on Westwood One. The New York Jets host the New England Patriots. Sunday Night Football after the Red Wings game on 97.1 The Ticket.
So, after 20 years at the same job, you finally did it. You started over with a new career in a new city. Good for you. Life is full of changes. Good thing there's a full-service bank to help you make the most of each. From direct deposit to mobile bill pay, at Comerica, every account comes with the tools, knowledge, and one-on-one support you need every step of the way. That's full-service banking only at Comerica Bank. Raising expectations since 1849. Learn more at Comerica.com. Member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
This is Omar Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute. In anticipation of next week's announcements of the Major League Baseball Writers Association of America Awards, here is how this hardball fan would have marked his ballot for Rookie of the Year. My picks are Yordan Alvarez of the Astros, and not exactly a surprise, Pete Alonso of the Mets. The Polar Bears surpassed all expectations by blasting a rookie record 53 home runs, as well as driving in 120 runs. My managers of the year are Tampa Bay's Kevin Cash and Craig Counsell of Milwaukee. I thought the Brewers were likely to fade down the stretch, especially after Kristen Yelich went down. For the Cy Young Awards, I like Houston's Justin Verlander over teammate Garrett Cole, and the Mets' Jacob DeGrom over Washington's Max Scherzer. And my MVPs are Los Angeles' Mike Trout and Cody Bellinger. Good luck to all the finalists next week. I'm Omar Esiason.
Don't let your cold keep you up at night. NyQuil Severe
Syrup provides maximum strength relief for your worst cold and flu symptoms so you can get the rest you need. NyQuil Severe, the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, achy, stuffy head, best sleep with a cold medicine.
Around here, everyone knows you need the right tool for the job. It's the difference between orders filled and orders missed, between return customers and product returns. That's why I order from Grainger. With over 250 local branches, will-call product pickup, and a time-saving mobile app, it's easy to get it right. When it comes to getting what you need, when you need it, Grainger's got your back. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by to see for yourself. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Life doesn't stop for cold, so neither should you. Dayquil Severe provides maximum strength relief for your worst cold and flu symptoms so you can get through your day like a champion. Dayquil Severe, the daytime, coughing, aching, stuffy head power through your day medicine.
How to play soccer today. Have a kid. Buy the kid a soccer ball. Sign up for a town league. Write a check. Practice. Practice. Ignore other sports. Focus on soccer. Drop Town's Rec League. Sign up for travel team. Write a check. Travel. Give up weekend obligations. Travel. Sign up for camp. Write a check. Sign up for camp. Write a check. Sign up for elite camp. Write a big check. Kid turns 10. Sign up for elite team. If kid makes it, write a check. Sign up for a private trainer. Write another check. Write another check because you think it's good for your kid. Only to have that kid decide they want to quit playing that sport that you wrote all those checks for. Now they want to play another sport. It's a little late to start, so write a check to a private coach to catch up. Buy the kid new gear. Sign up for a new league. Write a check. Practice. Write a check. Ignore other sports. Focus on this one. Write a check.
65% of low-income kids have given up on sports. Ever wonder why? Don't retire, kid. Visit projectplaysemi.org and find out what the cost of youth sports is costing us. Proudly supported by Project Play, Southeast Michigan, and the Ralph T. Wilson Jr. Foundation.
Novi. Comes the original Gun and Night Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Suburban Collection Showplace on Grand River in Novi. This Saturday and Sunday, meet dealers and collectors from throughout the Midwest. Buy, sell, or trade handguns, rifles, ammo, knives, and military equipment from the hard to find to the newest models. This Saturday and Sunday is the original Novi Gun and Night Show. Saturday 9 to 5 and Sunday 10 to 3 at the Suburban Collection Showplace. Remember, if it doesn't say original, you're at the wrong show.
Need care now? With the Henry Ford Urgent Care skill for Amazon Alexa, you can now ask Alexa for urgent care in walk-in clinic locations, hours, and wait times. Learn more at henryford.com/Alexa.
Tonight, 97.1 The Ticket Street Team heads to Little Caesars Arena before the Red Wings host the Boston Bruins. Bogey and Mojo broadcast live starting at 6. Call 313-471-7575 or go to DetroitRedWings.com for your tickets to any Red Wings home game. The only way you can take 97.1 The Ticket with you is the Radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
Their single receiver Williams out wide to the right. I formation behind Carr. Waller goes in motion from left to right. Carr takes the snap. He'll hand off Jacobs straight ahead. 15 breaks the tackle 10 across the 5 end zone. Touchdown Raiders. Josh Jacobs explodes up the middle for an 18-yard touchdown run. And with 1:02 to go, the Raiders have taken the lead. Oakland 26, Chargers 24.
Great penetration there by Josh Jacobs as the Raiders beat the Chargers 26-24.
He went right through that line.
Yeah, I mean, just exploded. And I don't know, I kind of like the Raiders all of a sudden. And I'm kind of rooting for the Raiders. I don't know why.
Kind of fun. You know, their receivers running out of the... yeah, last night was vintage.
Yeah, those are cool.
So I was watching a little bit of... ESPN's been doing these series on the history of college football, the 150th year.
America's Game.
America's Game. Yeah. Well, this one was only a half hour. It was like the greatest upsets. And they were showing, obviously that was like number one.
Northwestern over Michigan in 2000.
No, they didn't show that. But they showed, actually, they had the Michigan Bo's first game versus Woody. And it was pretty good. They had a discussion. Anyway, I was sitting there and they talked, originally they had the Appalachian State game in with 2007 was the year of the upset. And they showed the West Virginia Pitt game.
Oh.
And I said,
backyard brawl.
Yeah, if Pat White doesn't get hurt in that game, chances are West Virginia wins the game, plays for the national championship, and Rich Rodriguez stays at West Virginia. So I was thinking about, what if they won the game? Who would have coached Michigan? And going back and forth.
Is the answer Les Miles?
Who knows?
Well, because Les Miles coached that year in the national championship game because West Virginia
Yeah,
lost.
but we don't know if we don't know the whole whether Les Miles would have gotten the job. I know he would have been a major, major candidate. Anyway, the point is, so I was thinking of what other local what ifs in college football? 248-539-9797. Because I don't know. I love what ifs.
Oh, I do too.
Because there's some great ones, especially with the Lions. And actually, the one I thought of actually intersects both college football locally and the Lions. What if Gary Moeller does not get drunk at the Excalibur? He doesn't get fired.
Right.
Now, people can say maybe because they were 8-4, they might have got fired anyway. I don't think so. Lloyd Carr doesn't take over. They might not have won the national championship under Gary Moeller. Gary Moeller might never have, been on the staff of the Detroit Lions and, been the guy to take over for Bobby Ross. Maybe Jim Zorn would have taken over, and Jim Zorn would have led him to the playoffs, and Matt Miller would have never been here.
Oh, I think the Gary Moeller one's fascinating because, first of all, Gary Moeller, Lloyd Carr never would have been the Michigan head coach.
Right.
He was named interim coach because Moeller's whole thing happened in, April, I want to say. That's when the Excalibur episode happened. So they didn't have time to hire a new coach, so they named him the interim coach.
Right.
And, he had a good year the first year. Well, I was surprised he retained the job, but he did. And I don't think Lloyd Carr would be in the College Football Hall of Fame.
No.
I think that's one big change.
Yeah. There's tons of them. I mean, there are so
local. I mean, look,
locally.
The Rich Rodriguez, West Virginia, I don't, anytime you talk about this, you really piss off a lot of people. But you can't deny that Michigan State's rise to greatness was aided by Michigan's complete departure from the stage. Rich Rodriguez and Brady Hoke.
Well, especially the way they were, especially Rich Rodriguez, because the kind of players that he recruited.
Right. And so Mark D'Antonio, who's a great coach, whatever, but still, it was helped out by Michigan. Much like, and this is a different sport, I think the greatest what if in the last 25 years in the state, bar none, is the rollover accident.
Oh, yeah.
If the rollover accident doesn't take place on M14, Ed Martin, Steve Fisher, Mateen probably still goes to MSU, but he was still being recruited. I mean, there's a chance he goes to Michigan. Whatever. I think that's the greatest.
I think I got one that's game, set, match. And I'm going to rely on Greg to play the sound and what happened because of it. You got the play?
Third down. Frost to the middle. Jumbo. 90 touchdown Nebraska. Davison over the deflection. Nebraska's a point away from tying the game.
What a lucky play.
Yeah.
And it caused Michigan to share a national championship.
But there's still
the
national
same day
champions.
Michigan goes to Penn State, wins 34-8 in a 1-4 matchup.
Yeah.
Nebraska's ranked, number 2? And gets the luckiest deflection off a kick.
So Michigan would have an outright national championship instead of a co-national.
So I don't think it's that different. It's different, but it's not. How about?
Well, I'm a huge Michigan fan.
No, I know.
I guess more than you because it still burns me to this day.
But if you want to play the what if with Michigan, what if forgetting the spot? Suppose Barrett was tackled the play before he needed an inch and like a half an inch more to go, same play, but it was just a half inch short.
Bitterly disappointed.
That to me is a bigger what if than that.
They would go to the Big Ten championship game. What if the trouble with the snap play doesn't happen? Obviously, Michigan State doesn't go to the playoff that year. Harbaugh's entire leg. See, there's two games for Harbaugh, the Michigan State game and the Ohio State game, which if they had gone the other way, and they easily could have gone the other way.
I'm not sure how much trouble with the snap changes his legacy.
He's 3-1 against Michigan State.
Yeah, but
What would the record have
let's
been
just
that
say
year?
if everything else plays out that way, they lost 42-13 at home against Ohio State. To me, when that happened, it was kind of like, okay, he had an acceptable first year, but they were nowhere near on par with Ohio State,
Wait, I'm trying to remember that game. That was